Well, our next speaker, Mr. Manish Gupta, will present a case study on the GPS technology in fleet management services. Well, Mr. Manish Gupta is the CIO, Varuna. Mr. Gupta is the senior business technology leader, offering a blend of experience in manufacturing, retail, healthcare, education, technology, and consulting. In the last 22 years of his career, he has played various leadership roles with majors like TCS, HCL Technologies, Birla Soft, and Dalmia. Well, he has managed delivery of IT services, complex transitions, and transformation program. In his current role as the CIO, he is responsible for the group IT. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Manish Gupta.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So post. So good afternoon. So post lunch, I'm not sure how many will be awake after this session. So I will try to be short and interactive. So far we have since morning, most of the presenter or discussion have been around the end user or end customer. So Varuna Integrated Logistics is a 3PL or service provider. So there is a difference. So we are, you can say, partner or vendor to most of the customers or shippers. Just to share, I don't know how many of you have heard about Varuna. So this is around 20-year-old company founded in 1996 with 2 fleets and working, started with ACC, then grown up to 1,500 fleets today of our own. So this is the company's philosophy was to create asset or infrastructure, and then only you can assure your customers to have a strong delivery because you will have lot more control on your service providing assets. So our vision is to continuously build infrastructure, be it fleet or our own offices, resources, fleet maintenance hub, like we have our own fleet maintenance hub across India in each zone. So we are servicing our own fleets internally, and efficiency is very high. And using that, we are able to provide good service as committed, maybe better than that. So mission is to meet objectives of our customers, keeping that transparency. So our managing director and chairman, they have a very good philosophy, maintaining transparency at all levels. And not only it's in the book, it's really being practiced with internal and external customers at all levels. So continuing that philosophy, we have extended our systems to our partners so that they can see what is going on with their inventory. So we have come up with a solution called My Inventory 360, which means our customers, when they make a placement request to us, till the time the billing is settled, they have complete visibility of each and every shipment or LR, where that is and what is going to happen with that. So as I said, we have around 700 employees, 60 branches across India, 5 zonal office, 5 fleet maintenance hub based out of Gurgaon office. So differentiator, if I talk about, we have our own fleet, containerized, focus only on FMCG as of now, and we will be expanding into different segments of 3PL. like freight forwarding, parcel, then cold chain, warehousing, we already doing it, but the size of business is like 10% of total revenue as of now. Then ODC. So basically, like whatever 3PL has to do, we will be getting into that. So now we have a strong base. So now scaling up will be a key things, and for that technology has to be there. So that is the role which I am taking in this company or group to ensure the technology should not be a bottleneck, and rather than this should be enablement to the group's vision to support. So we have a fleet size of 1,500. Complete fleet management is done through 5 hubs internally. Complete maintenance, very proactive or I say preventive maintenance. So breakdown on road is almost zero using that. Placement efficiency is 98%. So we are able to, this is happening because of we have our own fleet. Transit time, 100% compliance. We have never lost any transit time. Transit damages, close to zero. And solution basically. So we are working solution-based approach rather than just giving a transportation solution. So we come up with a complete solution, starting from understanding their issues, inefficiencies, do some detailed study, and then come up with a transport or warehousing and the solution. So this is the voice of our customer, where I think this is common to all. I don't see any, whatever I heard since morning. So every customer wants to have visibility of what is going on with their inventory. Placement has to be on time. So when I recently joined Varuna. So every day morning, there used to be everybody on the call from the customer, call from the warehouse, then operations team is struggling, okay, what is going on, how many vehicles placement requests, how many placed, where the vehicle is, what is going on. So in the morning, 3-4 hours, discussion goes only around that. So we said, okay, let's sort this out. Transit time, of course, has to be met. That is the key whenever we go for any discussion. So transit time has to be met, negotiation on that. Safety is also becoming a challenge nowadays on the road. As Swapnil said in the cash currency, so we have also cases where that our fleet is hijacked, and thanks to like GPS device or Novire, that we were able to track, even though they cut the power to the device, and because of battery, so we were able to track the vehicle and get the things recovered. So we are working more on towards ensuring safety of our vehicle as well as our resources or driver. The detention is another issue which I think customer says like the detention is an issue not to the customer side, but is in always discussion whether what is the real detention, whether it's a loading detention or unloading. So there is always a dispute, okay, what time vehicle came and what time vehicle left. So there has to be a real detention. So whatever report we used to share, so there used to be a challenge by the customer. So then we came up with a solution where this will be calculated through GPS devices automatically. I will talk about that later in the subsequent slides. Then documentation. So sometimes it happens due to lack of documents that shipment get delays because of some missing. So that documentation has to be complete from both the sides as well as the customer and from our fleet side. So what challenges we as a service provider are facing? So if I start from vehicle placement, though I said we have like 98% placement, but still there is a challenge and how to place 100% vehicle. So we have come up with technological solutions to resolve this vehicle placement issue to more of an automated like we have for the cab system. So first come, first serve. So customers gives us an indent or placement request that goes to the system, and we are empowering our customers to create an indent through mobile app. They place an indent that goes to system automatically. Then system recommends which vehicle should go based on the rules defined, and then vehicle gets assigned automatically so that we can reduce manual intervention to the vehicle assignment or placement. So customer used to call, even though vehicle is placed, customer still call, okay, what is the status of the vehicle? When you're going to assign the vehicle? So to overcome that issue, we have a solution as a customer portal where customer has complete visibility by My Inventory 360. I will talk about few slides on that. Loading and unloading detention, as I said, this is a challenge. Now we have resolved through our GPS device. Thanks to Novire, they have helped us almost 6 to 8 months to geofence all our customer warehouse and plants, that to in a polygon shape, so that we don't have any issue of when vehicle get in and get out. So we are getting the right information, and accuracy is, as of now, is around 95% of all our customers. So 95% data is events are captured when vehicle going in and coming out. So that is the advantage we are getting through GPS device and geofencing, and customer has to accept this report now because they have visibility real time of detention. Safety, as I talked about, there's a challenge, POD and documents. POD specifically is very important, especially for the service provider, because the billing cannot happen until unless POD comes on time. So now, currently used to take 3 to 5 days for our own vehicle, and when we go to the market vehicle, it used to take 10 days to get the POD to our office, and then we can start billing. So to reduce that time, so we have like mobile solutions where POD gets uploaded, and then billing can be done immediately, and as soon as original POD comes, that bill can be submitted to the customer. Route deviation is another thing which is the biggest major challenge we have been facing, and again we have worked with Novire to come up with a solution. So we have all our routes geofenced so that any deviation happening to that route is get an alert, and we can save why this route deviation happened. Either the vehicle has been hijacked or driver is trying to take some shortcut to save some toll or something else to the unsafer route. So that is one intervention we have done. Then transit time, of course, is a challenge, but we are able to meet. Resources, when I talk about resources, as Praveen said, like driver scarcity is still there, and I think it's going to be there until unless there is a major intervention happens to the segment. So we also have continuous work around building resources, not only drivers as well as mechanics also, because we have our own fleet. So we need to have continuous building of mechanics. Driver behavior and refusal. So this is, since there is a scarcity of drivers, so then it becomes the right or authority of drivers. So they normally refuse, they don't refuse, but sometimes they don't want to go to a particular destination or trip, there are refusal. So in that case, we have to look for alternate, or we have to give some incentive. So that is a challenge. Every day we face around 20 to 30 vehicles or driver getting refusal every day. So there used to be long process. Because of technology, we have reduced the cycle time of driver refusal to acceptance. Demonetization. So I think this is the second time figuring out in today's session. And I think transport industry was the biggest impactor of demonetization. So why I'm talking out here is that we again took the help of technology. All our vehicles, like as I said, 1,500 vehicles on the route, and I think 3rd of December, when tolls were like recharging started again, and drivers, the old 500 notes and 1,000 notes were not to be like accepted anywhere. So we had to give two things to the drivers. One is the cash, and second thing is the toll charges in the form of e-tax. So prior to the November, even though we had planned to go for e-tax in all vehicles, and we were able to implement only on 150 vehicles. So no driver was ready to accept e-tax. But I don't know, thanks to monetization, we were able to place 1,500 vehicles, all e-tax, within 3 days. And we were able to send debit cards to each and every driver within 3 to 4 days with the help of locating the vehicle, where the vehicle is, sending it to the nearest stop or next branch. And within 3 days, all our vehicle drivers were having cash cards with them and e-tags on their vehicles. And of course, the recharging was done through mobile app, so any advance required by driver was to be request given by the local branch or fleet, and that was coming to centralized, and it was getting recharged automatically within few hours. POD I talked about, and then DEPS. DEPS stands for like damage, excess, shortage, and pilferage. So there was sometimes cases happen of DEPS, and then it goes into discussions, billing gets hold, lot of back and forth happens. So that is another challenge where we have to address through technology. So these are the key technology enablers we injected in the system so that we can come up with a good solution. First of all our vehicles are GPS enabled. And safety devices where the driver or vehicles, how the driver is driving the fleet, is it tailgating, alignment on the road. So all those things we are tracking. Now, the question came in the morning session was, what was market vehicle? So we have 90% of our company vehicle, those are like GPS fitted, and 10% wherever customers, if we are giving automated data to customers, and for 10% where we have market vehicle and we have no GPS, so we have taken a solution from Novire, which is a battery operated GPS device inbuilt in our ERP system through Novire integration. So that has 8 days of battery backup, and that completes our one trip very easily. So we are using market vehicle GPS devices. 100% customers' plants and warehouses are polygon geofence. As and when new customer site comes, we geofence within 2 days so that we get automatic data. All highways, as I said, all roads, toll gates, state border geofence, so we know where the vehicle is. All events get triggered automatically. One thing also we have done, the geofence I have not mentioned here, is that all driver homes are also geofenced. Sometimes driver goes to home and stay for a few days. So we have that also geofence, so we know where the driver is as of now. Complete field staff is given mobile app to capture all the data, so we know where the field staff is. All the data entry at the loading and unloading points are done through mobile app. So there is a real-time data updation, so that is why we are able to provide real-time, transparent picture to our customers. In-house fleet maintenance facilities and for all play hub. Comprehensive ERP solution in the back end with all those technology intervention getting integrated into ERP. And then we have back-end support, a control tower 24/7 monitoring, which will be monitored continuously, and drivers and everybody will be assisted on that. So this is like, as I said, customer portal. This is a screenshot of actual app which is live and being used by the customer. Customer can place an indent. Customer can place indent in the left-hand side, and then vehicle is get placed automatically, and then they can view in transit, and then they can view the POD. So this is the complete cycle till the billing. Customer can see on their mobile as well as on the portal, and there is it's a complete as it is data which is getting into our system. So there is no, sometimes I've seen driver is at home and the customer can also see this vehicle is at sitting driver's home. So to make it more transparent, we have like a customer satisfaction survey, so we cannot improve unless we have real-time feedback from the customers, and that is also available in the mobile app. Then vehicle detention time, loading and unloading. So this is average loading and unloading. Detention time is shared with the customer based on the GPS data, and monthly and on the daily basis aggregated numbers are there, and if there is any question can be discussed with the customer directly. So this is the high-level technology, I just spoke about that. So some of the benefits I would like to speak what all we have achieved because of those some interventions. With the real-time visibility of the placement. So whatever, I have met few customers in last few weeks, and every time customer says, boss, biggest challenge is that I don't know whether the vehicle is placed or not. Even if vehicle is available, how far is that from my loading point and when it will reach? So that we needed that visibility. So our customer portal gives that solutions, and this phone call have been reduced dramatically. Customer can see, they can place intent, they can see the vehicle status, and they can see if they don't see there, then only they are making calls. So system-based detention. So now there is an agreement on what is the detention time. En route safety. There is a complete monitoring of the vehicle when en route through 24/7 monitoring as well as route deviations. Bill time reduction, as I said, because of digitized POD, we have reduced the billing cycle. Real-time vehicle assignment is happening for the operations team. Because of mobile app, we have reduced resources in our system, and that has brought not only reduction in resources for particular activity, as well as improved the visibility of the documentation. So whatever work was happening off hours, for example, if LR or any document which prepared, that was getting into the system next day morning. So now through mobile app, it's getting entered immediately. And the same work is done by the loading unloading staff, which is available at the loading point. That has reduced the time, as well as the person working from the office is given some other work so that we can have more scalability. Asset utilizations, since things have gone to mobile, so now desktop, laptop got free up. Vehicle locator, so we have given another utility of GPS-based data and geofence. Now we are able to provide visibility of vehicle are standing nearby the branch or loading points, and our person used to find where is that. So now they can locate what vehicles are around that premises. Real-time event management, documentation through mobile, and trip advance. So this trip advance used to be prepared manually, and now through mobile app, and 24/7 cashless payment is being made to the driver using this technology. Yeah, just 1 minute. So we have this vehicle maintenance, now en route preventive maintenance, which is again with the help of GPS device. So we know if any preventive maintenance is due while vehicle is en route, that is also get triggered, and they can do it in the nearest hub or through a designated service center. Then we are putting up a panic button in the device that can be enabled, e-payment I already talked about, and then transit time reduction through route deviation and e-tags and control towers. Thank you. Sorry? Yeah, question I can know. Yes.
We'll give you a mic, and if you can.
Thank you, Manish ji. Thanks to Varuna for giving a lot of insights and really working towards the customer's benefit, or rather I would borrow the words from Mr. Hiten, customer convenience. Okay, I have a question for you. Is that you have been, tracking or focusing a lot of areas for the customers, but I have not seen one particular aspect which to my mind is one of the most important, that is the saving the environment by way of carbon emission reduction, or you can say particulate matter or something like that. I have not seen anything in that line. Is there something you people are thinking of to take it up?
Okay, to be honest speaking, I have not thought about that particular point, so we'll look into it.
Sure, thank you.
CO2 reduction you are talking, right?
Not exactly CO2, it's emission reduction, whether it is particulate matter, whether it is carbon, whether it is nitrogen, because a lot of things which is, unless the proper built up of vehicle, proper maintenance, then continuous change from BS1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to whatever the way is going.
So one thing which we do, we never do overload our trucks, first of all. So those are always maintained, and the tire pressures and nitrogen, we use nitrogen, that maybe the maintenance may not directly impact to the environment, but I think I need to get back on this environmental thing that I have not thought about it.
Please, thank you.
Yes.
We could take one more question.
Yeah.
So on the mic.
Right now, we are in a containerized vehicle only, yes, as of now, but we are getting into the, expanding into different areas as of now.
Now, in container sectors also on some specific product range,
FMCG,
only FMCG.
yeah, FMCG,
Any plan for normal trailers?
copper,
No, normal trailers for
No.
carrying the steels. I am from the steel background.
okay.
Any plan on that sector?
I have to check with the business on that, yeah. But eventually we want to get into all space. Timeline, I don't know, but eventually we want to get into all space.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I will come back on.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Gupta.
Thank
And
you.
I request Uma ma'am to kindly come on stage and present the memento as a token of appreciation to Mr. Gupta. Well, thank you, Uma ma'am. Thank you, Mr. Gupta.